Wozniacki and Dominik Inbokova don't take this tennis match too seriously and instead start to perform a dance exposition to make their fans laugh. The same tennis player from the last clip, Caroline Wozniacki, in this clip gets her hair stuck in her racket, which is a common problem among us female tennis athletes. In this next video, this rugby player celebrates way too early to score a try, and rugby you have the place to ball on the floor, but the player takes a few seconds before doing so just to show off, but gets tackled. In this next clip, this NBA player runs into a waiter holding a plate full of bears. Here's MMA Conor McGregor. Wannabe looks like Conor McGregor's younger brother, copying his mannerisms and cockiness only to get knocked out in this next clip. Oh, poor boy. In this next video, this angry referee shows off his martial arts skills against the two fighters he's supposed to be refereeing until he's apprehended. In this next video, there is a tennis challenge going on between Maria Sharapova, who is tasked to hit a ball case off Djokovic his head, but instead hits the wrong balls. This next kid gets the chance to dunk the ball during the NBA halftime show, but accidentally jumps too high and after this ice hockey team win the 2008 Memorial Cup, they accidentally end up breaking the trophy only moments after receiving it. In this next bizarre MMA clip, a spectator from the audience throws a skateboard into the octagon, making one of the fighters fall over completely, ruining the whole match. In this next video, something terrible happens. The sprinkler goes off in this tennis match. Mid-game, hilariously soaked in the players' officials and even some spectators. Sen Cheka 3 years ago made one of his biggest blunders in the NBA of his career when he falls over with the ball, and to make it worse, when he falls over, the ball hits him back in the face after it's dropped. Not only did he trip up and lose the ball, but before the ball took, it bounced up and hit. Okay. This next bizarre MMA clip shows a rare occasion where two fighters knock each other out at the exact same moment as one another in spectacular fashion. No. NBA clip, this Hornets player Kemba Walker shoots a three-pointer and then celebrates way too early only to find out that the ball didn't actually go in. In this next stupid and embarrassing moment, this cameraman is on a Segway for whatever reason during the Olympics, and while trying to record Usain Bolt, he falls off at the Segway and actually takes out Usain Bolt in this process. This next NBA clip is also hilarious. While walking off the court, this player accidentally slaps a kid in the face while trying to high-five his fans. So much for a concession basket theirs. This next Oregon runner celebrates way too early in this race as he thinks he's so far ahead of the other runners that he can celebrate early, only to be overtaken and actually beaten him from behind to win by 1/10 of a second over Chongqing Simons. Both the Oregonian, I thought he was so far ahead. Then I heard the crowd get crazy and then he started throwing his hands up and I thought, I don't think he knows I'm coming, and Tochia told the publication similarly as the last clip. The cyclist celebrates way too early as he is one lap away from the finish line, but in this video he believes he's actually won. In this next clip, you will see the worst stretches in history as they felt their jobs of taking their injured players off the field. Marty Fish, who is a professional tennis player who falls over the net during his tennis match. He actually gets stuck for a good amount of time before he is held back. This next mixed martial arts video shows Joe Harding, a cocky fighter, get pretty much what he deserves after he starts showboating and dancing mid-round. Joe literally looked away from his opponent and for this gets knocked out in this unbelievable clip. Pickett lands and then a jab to follow it up again with a chap. In this next short clip, this man's goalkeeper misses the football when a defender delivers him a simple pass. This simple mistake almost leads to the team conceding, but luckily the goalkeeper reacts to this mistake fast enough to stop the ball from going in. This next goalkeeper does something very strange, and instead of doing his job of defending the goal from the attackers of the other team, he decides to take a sip of water, which Next, Nigerian athlete in the long jump Olympic loses her wig after her attempt at the long jump. Her wig falls off mid-flight and actually impacts her distance. Oh well, poor lady. In this next clip, Luis Suarez pranks Neymar by kicking the ball out below his feet when Neymar goes to tie his shoes. But when Suarez does this, Neymar isn't too impressed. This next Filipino diver completely fails in this Olympic debut. This. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe if you are new around here, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.